This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, fine. So we'll start. Okay, I see some new people joined, I guess. I think Sindhu, right? Sindhu, is this your first class?
Yes, sir. Sindhu Kumar, sir.
Yeah, hi Sindhu. So can you please introduce yourself?
Myself, my name is Kankam Sindhu Kumar, sir.
Okay,
I'm B Farm graduate.
BPharm graduate. Okay, passed out
Yes, sir. 2021, sir.
2021. Yeah, are you working?
Mm,
Not yet.
Before past 6 months, I worked in quality control department, sir.
Okay,
Present, not now,
hectic,
sir.
hectic job.
Yes, sir. Right.
Hmm. Okay, fine. So welcome. Anyone joining you
Thank you,
today?
sir.
Any other apart from Sindhu? Sindhu Kumar? Okay, fine. Sindhu, you have gone through demo video, right? You have gone through demo video. Any other videos you have gone through? Only one or two or three? Sindhu Kumar, you are there, right? So you have gone through
Yes,
only
sir.
demo video, or apart from that, you have
Yes,
gone
sir.
through other videos as well?
Demo video, sir.
Only demo video?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Fine, no issue.
Okay, sir.
Okay, cool. We'll start. Right. Next concept. So I'll just start my SAS session. This is how I start my SAS session. So whenever we are installing SAS software, we get a system desktop icon. You can see, just double click on this icon. And the moment you double click on this icon, you see 5 basic windows. First one, editor window to write a program, log window to identify if there are any errors or warnings in your program. Output window is used to display analysis results. Explorer window to store your SAS data sets. Results window to maintain a list of all printed results. So this all part we already covered in demo session. And editor window. Editor window is used to write a program, right? So in our demo session, we already covered, like, using SAS, we will be able to read data from different kinds of data sources, correct? So using SAS, I can read data from Notepad file, Excel file, CSV file, MS Access, Sybase, Teradata, DB2, SQL Server, Oracle, so even big data. So using SAS, we can connect with any kind of data source and we can read data into our SAS system. So SAS is used for performing analysis. SAS stands for statistical analysis system, correct? So the name itself says your software is an analysis tool. So using this software, we will be able to read data and we can perform analysis. So first of all, how to read data from different kinds of data sources. Okay. So first of all, supposed to say I don't even have Excel file, Notepad file, so I wanted to type my own data in SAS. Okay, so if you wanted to type your own data in SAS, how to do it? So to do this activity, we have to follow certain steps. So what are the certain steps? What are the steps we need to follow while writing program in SAS? So you can see these are all the rules we have to follow while writing programs in SAS. So rule number one, SAS program should start with a keyword called data or proc. So I started with data. After data, I have to write a data set name. So I write my name Raj. Rule number two, every statement should end with semicolon. Correct? Every statement should end with semicolon. Rule number three, to write a program in SAS, we have to keep three words in mind. What are the three words? In file, input, data lines. In file, input, data lines. Out of that, in-file data lines is a standard text. With in-file data lines, we are instructing SAS, please read data lines into your file Raj. In-file means into your file Raj, read data lines. And input statement, what it will do, it will create all the column names. Column names nothing but variables: ID, name, age, gender, salary. Data lines. Whenever we are writing data lines statement, this means it is an instruction to SAS. From next line onwards, we are typing raw data. ID 101, name Raj, age 29, gender male, salary 98,000. And I enter one more record, 102, Sri 24, female 54,000. And finally, SAS program should end with a keyword called run statement. Rule number 4. Okay. Rule number 4, SAS program should always end with a keyword called run statement. Rule number 5, SAS by default, it will read alphabets. If you wanted to read, SAS by default, it will read numbers. If you wanted to read alphabets or special characters, then what we are supposed to do? We are supposed to write a $sign after the variable name in the input statement. So now, if you see here, ID variable has to read 101. So if you wanted to read numerics, do I need to give dollars and yes or no? Not required, because numbers it default it will read. For name, do I need to give dollars and yes or no? Yes. For age has to read 29, 24 numbers. It will automatically read numbers, yes or no? Yes. And gender, do I need to give dollars and yes or no? Yes. For salary? No, not required. Okay, right. So if you just run the program here, you see log window, the dataset work.raj has 2 observations and 5 variables. 2 observations nothing but 2 rows, 5 variables nothing but 5 columns. So where will you find this dataset, Raj? Explorer window, libraries, work. So any data set we create in SAS, by default it will store in Explorer window, libraries, work. And you see this is your data set, Raj. 101, 102. You see it, right? Fine. Next. So this is how it works. Okay, this is how it works. Right. Next. Suppose to say, Raj, I have multiple records here. I have multiple variables here. So my manager asked me to present only specific variables. So in this case, what option I used? Keep option. So keep option will select particular variables into your data set. Where is the option? Where should I use the option keep? After data set name, I have to start my bracket. I write the option keep. Keep is equal to name cell. For name, do I need to give $sign yes or no? Not required. So for name, no need to give $sign. So if you run the program, so this time your SAS will keep only 2 variables in your dataset Raj. So if you see dataset Raj, it has only 2 columns, name and cell. So whenever you have hundreds of variables, and I don't want all the variables, I want only 1 or 2. In that case, I can go with keep option. Suppose imagine there are 100 variables in my data set. I don't want all 100 variables. So I want only specific variables, just 1 or 2, limited. So in this case, I can use keep option. I can see particular variables in my data set. So this is keep option, right? Suppose to say in my raw data, there are 20 variables. There are 20 variables. Out of that 20 variables, I don't want only one variable. Out of 20 variables, I don't want only one variable. Can I write my keep option here? Keep is equal to, can I write my keep option here? I can write it, but it is very difficult because I have to specify all 19 variables in keep option. Correct. I can write it, but still it is difficult for me to specify all variable names there. Suppose to say here I have 5 variables. Let us take in this example. I have all 5 variables. I don't want the variable gender. Except variable gender, I want rest all the variables. If you write keep option, how many variables I should write? Keep is equal to ID, name, age, salary. So it will accept gender, you will get rest all, correct. Instead of specifying these many variables, I will write data Raj drop is equal to gender. You do it right? So we can do it right. It will drop that variable. What all the variables you specify in drop option, it will drop that variables from the data set. It will drop that variables from the data set. So instead of suppose to say, in this case, I have 5. If I have 100 variables, if I have 100 variables, out of that, I don't want only one. So keep option, I have to write rest 99 variables, yes or no? Writing 99 variable names is easy or difficult? Very difficult. Correct. So in this case, I can go for an option called drop. Drop option will drop a particular variable from your data set. Okay. So if you run the program, data set Raj will have how many variables, how many observations? How many variables I get? 4 variables. Observations, rows are called as observations. 2 rows of data we have. We will get same 2 rows, but columns I get only 4 because I dropped my variable gender. So you'll get only 4 columns: ID, name, age, sal. You see, right? Keep option or drop option is used to select variables in your data set. Okay, right. Next, suppose to say I'm creating a master data set. Suppose to say I'm creating a master data set. This is my master data set DS. So because this is a master data set, I don't want to disturb my master data set. So if you wanted to create a new data set from existing SAS data set, how will you do that? Set statement. So we can use set statement. So if you wanted to create a new data set based on existing SAS data set, data DS1, set DS, run. Whenever you're writing set statement, what happens? It will read all the information from DS into DS1, correct? So if I run the program, you will get all the data from DS to DS1 now. Aloచింchandi. Think carefully. If I run this program, will I get all DS information to DS1? So here you have to look at the program, you have to look at the availability of data set. Did I create my data set DS here? But without creating DS, how you will get a DS1? You are getting my point, right? See, log window, what it says? What is your log window telling us? Boss, I cannot find a dataset DS.
No, actually it's name Raj. No?
Yeah, actually first one I have given name Raj, but I have also written DS dataset.
Okay.
Okay, so I wanted to read this information into DS1. So if you wanted to read this information into DS1, first of all, you have to generate this dataset DS. Then only it will copy the information from DS to DS1, correct? So without running this program, if you run this program, it will throw an error. So what is the error? So dataset work.ds does not exist. I cannot find a dataset DS to copy information into DS1 dataset. So if you open DS1, it is empty. Correct. So first of all, make sure whenever you are writing set statement, please make sure your input dataset is present in work library. Okay. So these are some checkpoints. So these are some general mistakes which you do while practicing things. So I am telling you those points as well. So now I create my dataset DS. So if you see log window, I got my dataset DS. If you see your dataset DS, now your dataset DS is full. Correct. So now if you run the same program again, So it will copy all the information from DS into a new data set called DS1. You see, right? This is your data set DS1. You got all the data, right? Right. So now you can see here, this is your data set DS1. So in your data set DS1, I don't want the variable age. I don't want the variable age. Except age, I want rest all the variables. So what option we will use? Keep or drop? Drop
Drop
option. Where to use the option? After
after
data set
data
name.
set
What
name.
is your data set name here?
DS1.
DS1. Okay. Bracket start. You have to use the option drop is equal to. I don't want salary information also. It is also sensitive information. If you wanted to drop two variables also, you just need to specify two variables. If you run the program, DS1 will contain how many observations?
Four observations.
It will contain all four observations. Huh? So you guys thought I will ask for variables, but I asked for observations. You will get all the observations, but variables you get
Two.
three. You will get three variables because I'm dropping these two variables. So you get ID, name, sex. These three variables you get into your data set DS1, correct? So if you run the program, you see log window. So DS1 has three variables. Clear, everyone? Clear? Right. So this is your data set DS1. So now you understood the importance of drop option. At the same time, you are able to understand how to read data from a specific data set. How to read data from a specific data set, you guys understood, correct? Now, how to read data from notepad file to SAS? I want everyone to write a code. Suppose to say my client has provided me data in notepad file. My client has provided me data in notepad file. He has sent that notepad in an email as an attachment. I downloaded that attachment and I saved it in my system in D drive in a folder called test. In D drive in a folder called test. So and the name of the file is sample. If you see, this is the file which my client has sent me. My file, whatever the client, my file, whatever the file my client has sent, this is the information I have in this file. I have to read this data into SAS. Okay, if you wanted to read this data into SAS, how will you write a program? So this is the location of the file. Yesterday we have written this, right? So just give a try, no problem. Even though you are writing 100 mistakes also, no problem.
Actually, I have observed that for Word files you have used data one. For Excel one you have used prop.
Correct. That is the
For Excel
procedure.
we can't use the data.
No. Depending upon source, we have to use a technique.
Now we are doing the example for Excel one.
Notepad file. This is a notepad file. Okay. So now we have to write a code to read data from notepad file to SAS. Guys, people who are attending online, just open a notepad file, try writing a program. Once you are done program, you paste that code here. Okay. So I'm tweeting you here. So hi. You can see my text. Everyone has received chat box. Hi. So once you are done, copy paste your code here. We will see. As I told you, even though you are writing 100 mistakes also, I'm fine. Even though you are writing 100 mistakes also, I'm fine. But I want everyone to start. Okay. Right. Few people already has written here. I'll cross check their books. So you guys can write it and you can, paste it in chat box. As I told you, I'm not expecting 100% right. I'm not expecting 10% right also. No problem. I want you guys to attempt. Okay. So Vamsi, first write it in a notepad file, then copy paste the entire code. Don't type single lines. Good. file location lesser. So order of the variables match outlet Jordan. So you see right ID. After that it is name. After that gender, age, salary. The order is missing. Order is not with respect to my data.
I'm at the
With respect to data, I asked to write. Okay, right. No problem here. Even though you're writing mistakes, absolutely fine. We can correct mistakes, no issues. But if you have not started, it is an issue. You're missing dollar sign. You're missing dollar sign for name, for gender. And again, you have to give semicolon here. Write the location. Right, Akada. That is what I have opened the location for you. See, right, D drive test. Input ఏది ఇన్పుట్ రాయాలి రెండిట్లోనే రాయాలి వెనక ముందు రాసి చూడండి ఫస్ట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు రైట్ ఇన్ఫైల్ ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ ఇన్పుట్ సో missing inverted comma at the end. Okay. So few people has already sent. We'll see. Shalini has written it correct. Shalini, order of variables is right. First value, first column is ID. Second value is name. Third value is gender. So you have written age first. After that gender. So just reverse this. It will work. Okay. Right.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Apart from that, it is correct. And Chaitanya has also texted. In file, okay, sample.txt. Input ID. So ID, you should not give a first space. You see that single inverted comma is there, right? After I, between D, you have that, right? That is not allowed. We cannot create column names with special characters. Only underscore is allowed. Rest others, we are not allowed. Okay. So just remove that and yeah, it will work. Chaitanya, it will work. Everything is fine. Just remove that, single inverted comma after I. In file location, derived as sample.txt. Okay. So Sindhu has written it correctly. Okay. Sunil Naik, D drive. Okay, you have taken your own path. That should be fine. But ID, name, gender. So you are missing age. In this location, you don't have age. su.txt, make sure you don't have that age variable. If you have age variable, you have to add that age variable as well. Okay, good. So rest you guys can try here, even though it is wrong, as I told you, right? Even though it is wrong, completely wrong, no problem.
Excuse me, sir. Where I supposed to paste?
So you have to paste it in chat box.
Chat box.
People are typing, right? People already are sending messages, you can see.
Okay.
Right. So Vamsi are missing semicolon at the end of infile statement. So Pragya also has done. So Pragya, you are missing data step, data DS, that is you are missing. And in file, you have to give inverted commas. In file, you have to give inverted commas. D drive test sample.txt, that should be presented in inverted comma. Input statement is fine. After that, data lines is not required because anyhow we as SAS will read data lines from sample.txt. This data line step is not required. Simply end with run statement. Okay. And you can see other people are texting, so you can cross check. So Anusha, you are missing semicolon at the end of infile statement. And I think everything is fine. Okay, so good to see here. So no problem. You can start writing it. So now if you are doing mistakes, I'll be there, I'll correct you. If you're not starting, so I cannot help you, right? Obviously. So if you're starting writing some mistakes, not some, all mistakes also, I'm fine. Okay, you tried? You tried writing? Okay. So here you have to give location, D drive test sample.txt, and we have to give dollar sign, specify input, semicolon, run. Okay. Okay, fine. So I will write a code now. You can see here. So people who has done it good, people who has not able to do it, no issues, not at all an issue. I will explain one more time, no issues. Okay, Nikita is also sent. Nikita is also right. So Nikita, if you are writing that location, specifying that location, that would be much better. So you have written file path, right? If you are writing that path exactly, so that would be much more better. Okay, good. But whatever the syntax you have written is correct. Okay, so for you, I have presented this location as well in the screen. I was displaying this location as well. So now data DS2. Normally what we do, we write in-file data lines. This is a program we have written, correct? In-file data lines, we write in-file data lines whenever we are typing data lines in SAS. In-file data lines we do whenever we are typing data lines in SAS. So in this case, am I typing raw data? No. So what I have to do, I have to instruct SAS where my raw data is present. So I write in file and I will write location of the file. What is the location of the file? If you wanted to get the location of the file, first of all, what to do? First select the file, do right click, go to properties, go to security, copy the path. Copy the path. And Naresh has typed it correctly. Naresh, good. So I start with inverted comma, copy paste. So whatever the information I copied, I'm pasting it. Semicolon end. Whenever we are copying path from this security, so what I have to do? I have to delete first two characters and type it again. Okay, right. So after infile statement, next one is input statement. What information I have in this notepad file? I have employee ID, name, gender, age, salary. Correct. I write employee ID, name, gender, age, salary. So rule number 4, SAS program should end with run statement. Rule number 5, SAS by default it will read numbers. If you wanted to read alphabets or special characters, we have to give $sign.
Dollar
So
signs.
if you see raw data for column number 1, do I need to give $sign yes or no? For column number 1 is nothing but ID. For ID, do I need to give $sign yes or no?
No,
Not
sir.
required. For name, yes. For gender, for age, for
No.
salary, no.
No.
So I'm giving for name and gender. Finish. My program is done. So you see, right, in a normal data step, you have to type all this, but here it is not required. So if you run the program, you see DS2 will capture all the information from notepad file to SAS. You see, right, all the information it is capturing, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you see, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, and you see, right, male, female, age, sal, you see, right? Good. So now I don't want all the data. I don't want a variable, gender information. Okay, I don't want gender information. So if you don't want gender information, I don't want age also. I wanted to see only what is the person, how much salary is getting, I wanted to see. So for that ID variable is also required. If you have any same names, so to differentiate that I want ID number. So I don't want variable gender and age. If you don't want these variables, what to do? After data set
Drop.
name, start bracket,
Drop.
write drop is equal to name, sorry, gender, age. Do I need to give $sign for gender? Not required.
No.
So if you run the program, DS2 dataset will get, see a log window, it is fine, right? This time it has 6 observations and 3 variables. Because out of 5 I dropped 2, right? The rest 3 will go into your dataset DS2. Gender I can see here, no, right? Age I can see here, no, right? Fine. Clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Next. So if you wanted to read data from notepad file, this is how we do. If you wanted to read data from Excel file, so how will you write a program? Proc import.
Proc
Yes, give it a
import.
try. Give it a try. My file type, my file location, I'll show you. See, right? This is my file sample. Properties. Go to security, copy the path. Okay, so I have to read data from this Excel file to SAS. So if you wanted to read data from Excel file to SAS, we have to use a procedure called proc import. Okay, so proc import, what I have to import? Data file. Proc import, what I have to import? Data file. Okay. Oh, everybody are seriously writing. Okay, you write it. Type of the file, it is same. Like whatever the extension you'll have, it is same. Type of the file is same. So type of the file you can see, right? What is the type of the file? XLSX. Done. Good. Read write test sample. That is okay. Good. మీరు డేటా ఫైల్ మిస్సారు. డేటా ఫైల్ proc import డేటా ఫైల్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఇచ్చారు. ఈ ఈక్వల్ టు అటుపక్క కాదు ఇటుపక్కకు రావాలి. ఓకే, సి డ్రైవ్ డి డ్రైవ్ రెండు రాశారు అంతే, రాసేసారు సంథింగ్. ఓకే, ఇన్వర్టెడ్ కామా మిస్సింగ్ ఎట్ ది ఎండ్. లొకేషన్ రిప్లేస్ ఇస్ ఆప్షనల్ చలేగా. ఇన్వర్టెడ్ కామా మిస్సింగ్. Whenever we are writing location of the file, location should always have inverted commas. ఈక్వల్ రాశారు. ఓకే, సో కాలన్ ఉండాలి, సెమీ కాలన్ కాదు. డి డ్రైవ్ తర్వాత కాలన్. కాలన్. డన్. సో ప్రాక్ ఇంపోర్ట్ రాయండి, చెప్తాను నేను చెప్తా రాయండి. ప్రాక్ ఇంపోర్ట్ డేటా ఫైల్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఇన్వర్టెడ్ కామా సెమీకోలన్. అది ఇన్వర్టెడ్ కామా అంటే ఇలా పైన. ఇప్పుడు లొకేషన్ ఇక్కడ ఉంది చూడండి, ఇది రాయండి. ఆ లొకేషన్ రాయండి స్లాష్. dot sample dot xlsx, sample dot xlsx. Dot is important. Inverted comma close. dbms equal to dbms equal to xlsx. Out equal to dataset name, any name. That's fine. You can write your name. Okay. Replace, replace, replace. Run. Semicolon run. Correct? Then రాసుకోవాలి programs. No problem. No problem. No problem. Okay. Right. So we will write a code now. We'll see. I see many people has written. So I will do corrections. If you are missing anything, I'll do corrections. Okay. No worries here. I don't expect everyone to write all in same day, same corrects, 100% correct. I can't expect. No problem. You can write lot of mistakes, no issues. So proc import, Chaitanya, you have written proc import data file. Between data and file, there should be no space. Between data and file, there should be no space. So D drive test, okay. T was R, I understand it is a type error, that's okay. D drive test sample.xlsx. After that, we have to write out equal to dbms is equal to, that is missing here. You can add that point. Replace also you can add. Ashwin proc import data file equal to path location dbms is equal type of file. Out equal to dataset name replace run. Yeah, you have written syntax here. Good. Ashwin, you have written syntax. So, but I have given a case. That's okay. Chalega. It works. No issue. So, Shalini proc import data file d drive test sample.xlsx. Shalini, you have written dot and comma. That comma should be removed. Otherwise, it will not work. Okay. Sample dot comma. You have written both. You have to remove that comma. And rest everything is fine, it will work.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, Anusha has written. So Anusha, you see, right? Sample dot xlsx. So after sample also you have given slash.
Okay, sir.
Okay, dot xls. It is not slash, it is dot. Pragya has also written. Okay, so Pragya, you also missing, like you have to add out equal to dbms equal to replace. That 3 we have to add. No problem, I'll show you now.
Yeah, after 2 messages you can see. Second
Okay,
one.
okay. Okay, I'm coming from the beginning. Second one I'll see. Okay. So proc import data file equal to D drive test. Naresh is fine. It's correct. Sindhu, you are missing semicolon, sorry, inverted comma after xlsx. Sample dot xlsx you have to type. I see sample
Okay, sir.
slash xlsx.
Okay, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, Pregna has already done it. Okay, dbms out, she has added it. Okay, good. Okay, cool. So now we will write a program to read data from Excel file to SAS. Okay. So now we will write a program. Okay. So proc import, whenever you wanted to read data from Excel file to SAS, I have to use a technique called proc import. So what I have to import? Data file. Data file is nothing but a file which is storing data. Data file equal to, I have to tell SAS location of the file. Whenever we are writing location of the file, thumb rule, we have to write the location in inverted commas. Majority of you people are starting inverted commas, but you are not closing it. Please ensure you are ending your inverted commas as well. So while writing, it may not show difference, but in SAS it will show the difference. I'll show how it will show. I will, I will show you a case how the difference will be. D drive test sample dot xlsx, and after that we write dbms is equal to xlsx. You see, right? Whenever you are not ending with inverted commas, rest of the text also it is showing in purple color, right? You see it, right? So maybe in your notes you may not differentiate it, but in SAS you can differentiate it. Okay. So dbms is equal to xlsx, out is equal to ds3 replace run. You see that run is also not populated. Okay, actually DBMS should be displayed in light blue color, correct? So this is all because I missed my closing inverted commas. You see, right? DBMS blue color, out blue color, and run dark blue color, even replace. You see, right? So if you run the program, it will read all the data from this sample Excel file into a data set called DS3. Check your log window, it is fine. Right. So DS3 data set, you can see all the information. I don't want the variable information age. I don't want the variable information age. If you don't want, what to do? Where to use drop option? After data set name. What is my data set name here? Bracket start. Drop is equal to and if you run the program here, this time it will work. So you will get how many observations we get? How many observations we get? We get all the observations. Observations we get all, but how many variables we get? 4 variables. Earlier it was 5. Now you will get 4 variables. If you see DS3, so earlier I had age variable, but now it is not there. So 4 plus 1, 5. Total I have 5. Out of that, I removed 1. It is, you can see 4. Okay. Right. So you see, right, this is how we use proc import to read data from Excel file, and you can select particular variables into your data set. Okay, clear? So I wanted to read data from CSV file to SAS. CSV file also same like proc import, right? CSV file rastara? Right. So write CSV file. You also try CSV file. So same as it is. In place of XLSX, you need to write CSV. Write it. Same as it is. Just you need to replace XLSX with CSV. Correct? Because I have CSV file also in the same location with same name. Is it right? I have CSV file also in the same location with same name. Only type will change. Correct? Open that. CSV. Run ఏది ఇందాక చెప్పింది మిస్టేక్ చేశారు. సెమీ కాలన్ కాదు, కాలన్ 2 డాట్లు ఉండాలి. ఇది సెమీ కాలన్ అయిపోద్ది, సెంటెన్స్ ఎండ్ అయిపోద్ది. సెమీ కాలన్ ఇస్తే 2 కాలన్స్ ఇస్తే మీకు పాత్కి వెళ్తుంది. డేటా ఫైల్ ఈక్వల్ టు రీప్లేస్ ఆర్ సెమీ కాలన్. రైట్. colon, semicolon per colon, 2 dots. Okay, so everyone are typing. Let me check. Proc import d drive test sample.csv. I understand it is a typo error. So Chaitanya, it's a typo error. Please make a note of it. Sample.csv. Okay. Okay. Before that, Shalini has also texted. Okay. CSV file. Naresh, you see, right? You have written sample.xlsx dbms is equal to CSV. So it should be sample.csv. Your file name is sample.csv. And after that D you have given semicolon, it should be colon. Okay, this also many people are not, finding the difference. Actually, we are supposed to write colon. So many people are writing colon instead of semicolon. Sorry, many people are writing semicolon instead of colon. So this we are supposed to write in path, but you are writing this. Whenever you are writing semicolon, it will end the sentence there. Every statement should end with semicolon, right? After D you are writing the semicolon, your SAS will end the sentence there. It will throw error, correct? So many people are doing the same mistake. Plus, please, check it out once. So after D drive, it should be colon, not a semicolon. Okay, you know the difference between colon and semicolon, right? Anusha has missed the inverted comma after CSV. Anusha, you missed this inverted comma after CSV. No problem. So 4 or 5 times we'll do mistakes. After that, he will be clear. Shalini has written it correct. No issues. Anusha, okay, she already corrected it again, it seems. Okay. Chaitanya, D drive test. Okay, I told there was a typo error. Sunil Naik, D drive test. Okay, good. Naresh Reddy, same semicolon colon. So try to give colon there, not a semicolon. And the proc import data file equal to CSV. Raj is correct. Okay. Sindhu is correct. Okay. Sudhir, same issue. You have to write colon. It is a semicolon. You have to write correctly. Naresh corrected it. Omsi is fine. Pragya is also fine. D drive test. So after test, you have given question mark symbol. Maybe you have used the shift there. It's a typo. After D drive, you have to give slash.
Yeah, type error. Sorry.
It's a typo error. Okay, good. Nikita also texted. Okay, file path. Okay, so replace spelling is also. Please correct it. Okay, cool. So everyone are clear, right? How to read data from CSV file to SAS SR now? Okay, so I write this CSV file path, you see, right? Okay, so you have to write CSV file. So proc import data file equal to D drive, and you have to write the location of the path. So D drive colon, semicolon, this is a colon, we have to give this. Okay, sample.csv, dbms csv. So change your dataset name DS4, drop age, replace run. So if you run the program here, it will drop age variable and rest all it will create. So proc import is ready. Clear to everyone, yes or no? Everyone is clear at how to read data from notepad file, Excel file, CSV files. You guys are clear, right?
Yes.
Everyone clear, right?
Yes, sir.
So tomorrow you guys should be perfect. Tomorrow you will be perfect if you are practicing it today. People who already practiced, you are seeing the difference. Whenever I'm asking, they are writing it very fast. People who are yet to practice, please practice. Okay, people who are writing some mistakes, understand, okay, I'm doing here mistake, understand I'm doing mistake. Majority of the people has typed this as a semicolon and they missed inverted comma. These two are checkpoints. Once we are done writing a program, these two are checkpoints. Okay, so you cross check yourself. Did I give semicolon, yes or no? Sorry, did I give colon, yes or no? So did I give my inverted comma, closed inverted comma, yes or no? Cross check. Yes, everybody has written it correct, no issues. Correct. Okay, right. So that's all for today, guys. If you have any questions, you can ask. Now today you are a bit confident, right? Day one, you feel that array SAS is something programming I cannot do. But today now you are a bit confident, yes or no? Correct. So that is the reason I'm asking you to write. No problem. I'm not expecting 100% right. I'm expecting you to write correct errors only, mistakes only, so that I can correct you. I can tell you this is exactly what or how it should be. Correct. Yes or no? Right. So every mistake is a learning, no issues. The more the mistakes you do, the more learning you will be. Okay, right. Oh, okay. That's all for today, guys. Thank you.
Sir,
Yes, please.
sir, you said some syntax error on my
Mm-hmm.
program that I wrote for Excel. That I again wrote the same. Can you please let me know where I went wrong?
So here you are supposed to write the location. Write the exact location. I'll tell you where it is wrong. Write the complete location. This is the location. See my system. In my system, I have my file in this part. Properties, security. You have to type the location. So if you write the same code, whatever the code you have copy pasted there, if I run the same program, obviously it will throw an error because you are not telling SAS where the file is present. Okay, so this is the code. If I copy paste the same code and I try to run, it will not work. Okay, this is a kind of syntax. Okay, this is a kind of syntax. So what you are supposed to do is, in place of path location, you have to write ddrive test sample.csv. So if you write ddrive test sample.csv, it will work. And the dbms is equal to type of the file. If you wanted to know the type of the file, so how will you know the type of the file? Right click, properties, type of the file is
Type of
CSV. Is right? Type of the file is CSV. So I write dbms is equal to type of the file. Type of the file is CSV.
CS.
And you should not give space, data set space name. So in SAS we should not give spaces. I write ds10, replace run. Chalega. If you run the same program, ds10 is created. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is how we are supposed to write. There are no syntax errors. You can cross check. Okay. Right. Okay, that's all for today, guys.
Okay,
Thank
thank you.
you. So Ashwin, if something is not clear, no problem. You can ask one more time.
Sir, I'm clear, sir. I practiced as well.
Okay, good. Good. No problem. If you are clear, absolutely fine. Yeah. Thank you. That's all for today. Bye all. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir. Same to you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye, guys.